Hello and welcome back to Melbourne Airport and of course Airport CEO. Today's mission is to open this airport and get it up and running. This is actually my second attempt at recording this because I basically went bankrupt trying to build all this, so we're going to have to be a little bit cleverer about it. But before we get too far into that, I want to address these baggage claim areas. They are wrong. For some reason in my brain I thought that these had to be in our secure zones. And in fact, they do not. And in fact, it makes absolutely no sense for them to be here. So we're going to remove all of these from here and add them to the front desk instead, or to the front area of our airport. That way people can grab their bags just as they're about to leave rather than having to lug them through the entire airport. Eventually we will add some like tables and stuff here just so that people, in theory, can like sort their bags out after they've come through security. But for now, we're going to jump into a quick little time lapse. Straight away, I'm going to add the baggage claim areas down here. So we're going to have a little baggage claim area here for our helis, baggage claim area in this corner for this satellite terminal, baggage claim area here for this terminal, and same on the other side. So we'll jump into a quick little time lapse and get that done, and we'll be right back. Okay, so that is going to be our baggage bays. The only other thing we need to do is go ahead and actually assign them as baggage claim areas, which is simple enough. So I'll get this done, and then we just need to hook it up to the baggage bay itself, and that should all work out nicely. I made that one. Are these not lined up? Of course they're not. Of course they're not. I really want these to line up, so let's remove this one and place it back in where it's actually meant to go, which is right around here. So something like so should be good. And just 4 away from the door, which is about there, and back in, and then we can just go ahead and move this elevator. 1 down. Perfect. That's better. So we'll continue to put these baggage bays in, and then I'll get that first baggage bay that's actually going to be used in connected to the baggage bay itself. The baggage. I apologize for saying baggage bay when I mean baggage claim area. It just doesn't translate in my head. So we need to remove basically all of this that's no longer necessary. Come up and remove all of this room. Remove this wall, and also remove this terminal floor and place back in the wall that should be here. Also remember to remove this secure zone because that is no longer necessary. Come up again and remove the terminal floor from in here, and that is just a visual bug. And then we just need to demolish this door that leads to the roof now and throw that back in there, and that should be fine. Then we can come back down underground I should say, grab our high-speed conveyor belt and basically just run it all the way down and line it up with this. Make sure this is going in the right direction. Drag it on over, and everything should now be connected and working. So that is that dealt with. I'll connect the other ones when we get to them. But for now, the next aim of the game is to actually build all the things that we need to build. So, first thing we absolutely need is a staff area, which I have not planned out yet. But that can just basically come down here. Make sure to leave enough room for people to walk around this security part. And this is going to be probably a little bit temporary, because we'll make this look a little bit nicer later on when we have a little bit more money. But for now, that's going to be our staff room. And we're just going to put a bunch of desks in here. So let's go for something like this. We'll give them 4 gaps and make them like 5 by 5, 5 by 2 cubicles. So that's 10. And I would like enough room for about 30 employees to start with. So something like that. And we'll probably move this and readjust it and decorate it later. But for now, that's going to be good. Now we can jump into our building tools, build planned objects. We want to build the runway. And another comment that I had that I will implement right now is removing these end ramps, because I was told that having 45-degree end ramps is a bad idea. So instead, we're going to replace them with these perpendicular ones. That one should be planned because we're not building that just yet. This one is also planned, and then this one will be actually built. And then we can also save a little bit of money on our taxiways by demolishing the ends and replacing them with closer ends, basically. Just having them butt right up against the runways. I know that's probably not super ideal in terms of safety, but at the same time, if they overshoot the runway a little bit, they are not going to crash. So, I mean, maybe it's a good thing. And then, of course, we just need to come in with our taxiway path and fix this up so that it all actually connects again. But that should be pretty straightforward. And come over this way and do the exact same on this side. Like so. And that should be good. The other thing that we do need to do is, I noticed while I was recording the first attempt at this, that we actually need to have a road connecting this up. So this is our garbage disposal thing. We're going to demolish that building and demolish these and place them back in a waste depot. Put it right up the top there. And then for the moment, I don't know if this is a bad idea or not, we're going to run it down the bottom there and have that be road as well. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on this side, so they both have their own garbage disposal, and I think that will work out better in the long run. So we'll do that really quick. Let's jump that in there. And I understand that the service vehicles are going to be on the taxiway, but I'm hoping they don't really come out this side too often and mostly use this side. If it does become a problem, we can just shift this taxiway out by 1 and it won't be an issue. Or out by 2 even, if we need this to be 2-way. So that should be fine. Now we can come in with our build planned objects. We are basically going to try and save as much money as we can here by building singular path taxiways. Because, yeah, otherwise we'll run out of money. So I'll run all of these taxiways wherever they need to go. Like so. And planes can taxi just on the singular things. I just like to do them 5 wide so they look a little bit nicer. Make sure to build the connections into all of our buildings as well and all of our stands. Otherwise they will not be able to access them. And it is a little bit unfortunate that we have to be so precise with this building, but it sort of is what it is at this point. And then we need to build everything up here. I'm going to leave the large stands for right now because I'm not 100% sure that I have the money for them. But we will build... Oh, that's... Okay. Okay. Our service roads aren't going to work if we don't build our large stands. Well, we know for sure that we want to build all of our medium stands, so let's get those selected first, as well as our roads. We will need the medium warehouse as well. The garbage and stuff probably isn't 100% necessary just yet. The vehicle depot probably is though, so we'll get that built, as well as all the roads around to here. And honestly, yeah, I think we're just going to have to go ahead and suck it up and build the large ones, so that we don't have the same problems we had last time, where people couldn't access the roads here. But I think that's all we need to build for this right now. We do need to build these service roads though, which is going to build part of the taxiway, but that sort of just is what it is. So we'll build those. I want to build the fuel depots, so we'll go ahead and get those done. We will also need to build this section, which is where our people can come up and our vehicles will come in, and that means we also need to build all of this. I don't think this tunnel is necessary just yet, but I'll build it anyway because it's not going to be that expensive. This can wait. I'll build these 2 parts of road though, so we don't have that stupid warning. And then we'll also build the weather station. And I think that's all we need to build there. Then, of course, we need to build our actual terminal itself. So we'll get that ready to go. Make sure to come underground and build all of our conveyors. Very important, so we can accept baggage and make a little bit of extra money. Then we need to go up a floor and make sure that we are building all of this as well. This is going to be a fairly decent chunk of money. But we do have loans available as well. And then in terms of this, I'm going to make this super bare bones. So we're just going to build singular paths until we get to here. Then we'll go ahead and build the security part. And we will build just the center here. Like I said, we're really tight with our money here. We didn't quite save up enough money to get this all done. But then we can come back underground because I don't think there is, or on our ground floor because I don't think there's anything else there that is super necessary. We need to get all of this built, and I would like a little bit more room around the edges there. That should be fine. We'll have a singular path down to the front with 2 doors. Do something like that. And we might even include 2 of our info desks. This is going to be narrow and a little bit tight and a little bit weird, but we've got to do what we got to do. And then I will build one of our check-in areas, and I'll actually build a little bit of our waiting area as well, so people can wait up there. We don't have bathrooms and stuff in here yet, but I'm hoping that's not too much of an issue. Then we need somewhere for our people to get into the airport. So we'll build this section, and we'll build just the middle part here. And then we'll go from here up to here for now. I want to go one more. That's perfect. Oh, all the way up to here, please. And yeah, we may as well do this part as well. Why not? It leaves us with 1.7 million. That's not too bad. We do need to build this baggage claim area as well though. So where can we do that? That's not too bad. I guess we'll build it all the way. Where is the corner here? Just there. We do that. That might work. I'm not 100% sure with the edges, but we'll have to see. And I think that's all we technically need. Yeah, I think that's it. That leaves us with 1.6 million, and we're not spending too much a day, so I think we'll be able to get this done. And I think it will be a functional airport, if not a little bit weird. It's definitely going to be a little bit weird, but it should work. I think that's everything we need to actually build. A lot of this probably isn't super necessary at the start, but again, I don't think it costs that much to actually get this done, so we're going to leave it with that. And we'll let the game run. While the game is running in the background as a time lapse, I'm going to come in here and start hiring some staff, start getting our programs up and running. We're probably going to go for increased construction speed first and upkeep cost reduction, and the rest can pretty much wait. So we'll just need 10 administrators and all of our other like CEOs and stuff like that. They really don't cost that much money, so we'll jump into a time lapse. I'll hire a bunch of people and we'll be back with hopefully a somewhat functional airport. Fingers crossed. The other thing that I am noticing is we have an area without terminal coverage, and Terminal 1 has unclaimed job tasks, but no employees of the correct type is assigned to the area. So up here it says that we need public transport, which I'm not 100% sure is correct. We need service vehicle parking, which we will have, aircraft stands, which we will have, check-in desks, which we currently don't have in this terminal area, as well as a baggage bay, which we will have, and then a staff room as well. So this terminal area actually needs to extend all the way down to our security, and that didn't work. Put that in there, please. Oh, it has to be larger. There we go. We just need to connect it there. And then we can come down this way. Where is our stuff? What are we actually planning to build? Just this part. So that will be our terminal area. This will be our terminal area down here, so that people can actually check in there. And I think I'll just end up making this like this whole area here will be for that singular terminal there. And that should work. I'm not 100% sure how we assign staff to the terminal yet, but we'll figure that out as we go. Allows designation of employees. I'm not 100% sure how that works. If we go into our staff, can we like assign staff to places? Shifts? No. I'm not 100% sure. What do we assign to terminal on arrival? Oh, so I think they just automatically assign to that when we hire them. But we'll figure that out as we go. We'll jump back into the time lapse. We did have a little emergency, which is just a major power surge. That's not going to be important because nothing is operational yet anyway. The other thing that I did want to add really quick before they build all this is a subway station. So I'm thinking that can go right there, right up to the front door, which means this path is no longer necessary. We'll come in with our subway entrance, throw that in right there so people can get access to our airport. Of course, we don't have any parking yet, but they can take public transport without any problems whatsoever, and that emergency is over. Not that we ever cared about it in the first place. The other thing that I find interesting about the building, I'll just mention, is they build the top floor first. I think it's because I assigned it as a job first, but like they don't have a foundation to build on, and they don't have elevators to go up and down, but they use them anyway, so that's kind of interesting. It looks like as soon as something is actually planned, then they can use it in terms of getting up and down floors, which is kind of cool. So we'll jump back into the time lapse as they get all of this built. Looks like they are doing a pretty good job. They've got the runway done, and this terminal is coming along slowly but surely. So yeah, back to the time lapse. While we still have a little bit of money left, 1.2 million in the bank, I would like to upgrade all of these to have jetways, and I'm wondering how much that's going to cost us. Only 80,000, so that's not too bad, and we can do the same for our large stands as well. Go ahead and get them jetways for 20,000 each. That will make this work, and it looks like our doors are still intact, so that's perfect. And they now all have jetways. We're slowly but surely getting there with this building process. It's slow going, but they've completed most of the ground floor of the terminal. Our runway is now working, technically. We don't have any planes or stands connected yet, but it is working. So that is fantastic to see. But yeah, they're still just working on the upstairs as well as the entrance. Currently we have no public transport because none of this has been built yet, but hopefully that gets built pretty soon and we won't have to worry about that too much. The other thing that we do need to consider building at some point is fences so that animals don't come into our airport, but we'll deal with that at a later date. For now, we're just going to have to deal with some of the interruptions. I mean, we only have, what is this, 7 stands for one runway, so we should have more than enough capacity, even if we have some cows, you know, slowing our traffic down just that little bit. So we're going to continue rolling with this time lapse, and we'll be back in a little bit. I'm going to do something a little bit cheesy here if I can. We are losing money at a pretty substantial rate, 6,700 an hour. That's basically all in upkeep costs, in operation costs. There's not really much we can do about that. Our staff salaries really aren't impacting that too much, but I'm noticing this first shop has been built. If we go ahead and try to sign a contract here, this one's 684 an hour. That's not too bad. Is there anything better potentially? Probably not. That's probably about as good as we're going to get. I understand that we won't have any, 880 an hour, that's not bad. I understand that these guys won't have any sales whatsoever because our airport is currently closed, but they'll still sign a contract with us, and that'll just give us a little bit of a boost to our income, hopefully. And we can do that with a couple of these. So I'll do that as they get built, and we'll keep an eye on it as we go. And yeah, a little bit cheesy, but hopefully they don't mind too much. Hopefully they're okay with it. So I'm going to do this and continue with the time lapse. So just based off doing that, we are now down from 6,000 an hour to only 2,000 an hour because our franchises are basically sponsoring the build of this airport. Yeah. I mean, desperate times, right? They'll eventually come in and they'll make a ton of money if their contracts don't lapse before that point. It is 7 days before these happen, so we'll see. It already says 3 days since it was met though, so I'm a little bit curious as to why that is the case. But they're technically making us money, so I'm going to take that as a win, and hopefully you guys don't mind too much that we've done that. I think we would have been fine either way. I mean, we can always come in here and take a $1.7 million loan, as well as another $600,000 loan, so we have some money to play with. It's just not a lot, and we still need to buy vehicles and hire a whole bunch of staff and stuff, so yeah, forgive me for that one. Forgive me, please. But yes. Oh, we forgot one. We missed one. Let's get these guys in. Looks like we can get a 3-star. Done. Sold. Alright, we'll jump back into the time lapse as they build this all up. They're getting there, slowly. Alright, we have a new negotiation available. Border negotiations did turn off because we fired our executives, but I'm kind of happy about that because I kind of prefer to do the negotiating myself at this point. I think that's going to be more interesting. So we can potentially try and spend all 15 points here and get $1.80 per hour per contractor. That's not bad. If we go like, I don't know, to there, that's only 82%. Let's try for the full thing. There's a chance. It's not a great chance, but it has been accepted. So we are now only paying $1.80 per hour per contractor, which is absolutely insane. Also, this is red because we're currently having an oil crisis, but we don't really care. Both of our depots are full, so we're not buying fuel right now anyway. But yeah, just keeping you updated with what's going on. Alright, with everything pretty much built, we're just finishing off this final part at the bottom. I think it's probably a good idea to start hiring some vehicles. So, we have 4 medium stands, so we'll deal with those first. Let's pause. Actually, we can keep it running in the background. Let's filter by... Firstly, oh, that's a great point. We don't have any emergency vehicles. At all. We don't have any emergency vehicles at all, and I completely forgot about that. We need airport police station and an emergency response station somewhere, and ideally somewhere that can get to everywhere. So can I place this below the terminal? No, I cannot. Looks like these might have to come up in here. And that's probably fine since we're starting here. We can maybe have 2 sets of these, one over here and one over here, and they can serve as both of these terminals separately. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that fixed real quick. I'm just going to do this in no, I'll do it in normal mode. So it looks like this is going to come down here anyway. How much room do I have? If I just plop that in there for the second and grab this. That fits. That fits, and we can have it run down the middle. That works. I'm happy enough with that I can deal with that. So we'll go there, and then for this one, we'll rotate it around, and it can go in there. And then we'll grab ourselves a service road and make sure to connect that up. This needs to be in planned mode so that we can actually build it. And then go build planned objects all the way to there and all the way to there. and make sure that we actually have a service road in the middle here as well. And that can be our emergency services that I completely forgot that we needed. That's my bad. Did we miss anything else in terms of security? Passport checkpoint? No, we're good. Okay, so that's going to be the same over here. And then we have a service road that can run down the middle here and divert and do all sorts of fun stuff. Crisis averted. But let's go into our vehicles and say we want to purchase vehicles. We'll get the emergency vehicles as soon as those are built. Transit, we don't need any of these as far as I know. That should be fine. We don't have any remote stands. Aircraft, we will need some stuff here. So we're going to need 4 small pushbacks, ideally. Order those. And 3 large pushbacks. That's good. And we'll just designate these to each stand. For baggage, we're going to need 7 large pull force baggage trucks. Again, I'm going to designate these to each stand. 4 small haulers, small hauler belt loader trucks, and 3 large loader trucks. And then we're going to need some fuel. So let's grab the biggest ones we can, and I think 4 of each should be plenty for now. And those will be our vehicles. I'm going to let this run, and I will start hiring a bunch of ramp agents, security staff, janitors, all that stuff in the background. Okay, with that, we now have 239 staff. That doesn't sound right. That seems way too high. Yeah, that number is not correct at all. We have 14 passenger service agents, 14 security officers, 10 janitors, 11 service techs, and 17 ramp agents. I think that might be enough, but I'm not 100% sure. How are we doing down here? This is all built, so that's good. We have people at our airport, or are these employees? They're employees, that's fine. We don't have to worry about them too much. I'm thinking potentially we should have a staff room back here somewhere, just so that people can hang out, because they don't seem to be using this one at all. For some reason these elevators aren't working. Oh, they cross different zones. Right. These need to both be secure zones. Are they not? They are. Secure zone 1, secure zone 1. It should work. It should all just be secure zone. May not be usable for passengers. I mean, that's fine, because these are for staff only. Have I set this whole thing as a staff zone? No, but I should. This is all staff down here. I don't want anyone but staff on the bottom floor. Please and thank you. And yeah, that fixed that. Oh, because this room here is a staff zone, but this down here wasn't, so that makes sense. And this is all staff zone. Only staff down here, please and thank you. So that should work. And that might fix the issue in here as well. Let's just grab some seating real quick, just to get this dealt with. And I'm just going to basically copy and paste this down here. Copy and paste all of that and grab it and throw it in to our staff room here. And we'll fix this up later on, but for now that'll be fine. And we should probably, let's make this a staff room as well while we're at it. Say build plant objects. How expensive are you? You're pretty expensive, but it's going to be fine. I think it's necessary. And then we'll just build that. And if we can get away with not building those stairs just yet, perfect. And grab ourselves a quick little door, large door, and we can copy and paste basically this terrible staff room that we are just using as a temporary situation, so our staff don't complain too much. This needs to actually be designated as a staff room first. Staff room, that can be here and here. Can't be built on other rooms. Okay, that's technically 2 staff rooms, but it'll still work, I believe. And then we can go ahead and copy and paste this setup just so people have somewhere to be. And we'll just chuck that right in the middle. That'll be fine. $270,000 left to our name, but we are so close to being up and running. This is almost all built. We jump into our operations and look at our construction. We still have 1,200 things left to construct, but a lot of that is like these little tiles and walls and conveyor belts and stuff like that. So not too much left to go. Oh, also this entire room as well. So we are very, very close to being able to accept our first flights and get moving with that. So that is fantastic. I don't know why these guys are doing loops. Oh, we also need to come in, grab our vehicles, and let's filter by aircraft first. So our pushback trucks are going to be assigned to each of these stands. So I've renamed my stands. So this is Terminal 3 Large 1, Terminal 3 Large 2, Terminal 3 Large 3, just so that we can see it in here a little bit better. And then assign these as well. So this is medium 1, and this is going clockwise. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just in case you were curious how I've sorted that out. And that should be good. 1, 2, I've done something wrong here. 1, 2, 3, 4. What are you? 1, 2, you are 3, please. And you are 4. I don't have 5 stands here. Perfect. And if we jump back in here, they all updated. Perfect. So now we can do baggage. So we have our baggage trucks. I was going to assign one of these to each stand, so we'll go ahead and do that. Assign, 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 and assign. And then belt loader trucks can be assigned to our mediums, just so that everything is nice and organized. And then our large belt loader trucks can be assigned to our large stands. Jump back into operations. We can say a ramp agent service round is enabled. We have jet A1 fuel service enabled. We should also have, do we not have an avgas? This is, what are you? You're jet A1. Oh, these are both jet A1. Oh, that's silly. So this one we want to delete. Close that. Can I demolish this? Please say that I can. Yes, okay. We need to replace that with a avgas, because that was poorly executed. And then we should also come back into our vehicles and say purchased vehicles. We need to get our fuel trucks and just assign them to the depot. And we'll rename this depot as well. That should be good. And then we can come in here and say this is T3 depot. Perfect. And hopefully this traffic stops doing weird silly things and moving all around, because now everyone is assigned to their respective places and you can see them parking up ready to be utilized. So we'll get this demolished and we'll throw in the avgas fuel depot instead. So we have the, this, I see how I've done it. I've gone from this menu thinking this was avgas and this was Jet A1. That is not how it works. But this doesn't fit. That's gonna be annoying. That's really frustrating, actually. Like, super frustrating. If we did that, that also wouldn't fit. Oh, where do we put this? Can't put it down here. I might have to move this down and have a better situation going on here. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to need to do some reconfiguring here. I'm going to do a quick little time lapse. I think what I'll end up doing is moving this ramp to be coming from the other side and go from there and then put both of our depots in the middle here. A little bit unfortunate, but it sort of is what it is at this point. I'll delete that as well. We don't need it. Jump into a time lapse real quick. Alright, so these still don't fit. because we can't place these below the terminal itself. Yeah. It's really unfortunate. What is this building? This is my catering. Is there somewhere else I could place the catering that would make more sense? I mean, I could place it over here, but then I would have to have two. And I don't love that. Although I could have catering here, and it could service this and this. And then catering over here, and it could service this and this. That's not too bad. Or I could just do that, but for fuel. I think that's a better choice. And I'll leave this empty for now. And let's jump down here and see if we can't fit this in here. We grab ourselves our fuel. Yeah, that'll work better. Let's do that instead. So we'll have one of our fuels here, and I can't remember which one I just placed. I believe that was red. So let's go for this one. This one is the black one, and we can grab ourselves our service road and connect that up there. And then eventually this can run down into here as well, and that can be servicing both of these. Or we could fit another one in here somewhere, I don't know where, and have them separated. But that's going to have to be our best solution for the moment. And yeah, I'm happy enough with that, but I don't love it. And I'll put concrete under both of those because I know that they have grass on them. Which means this didn't have to move at all, but it's moved now, so we're just going to leave it there. Well, should we? I think it looked better. No. Okay. We'll move it because it hasn't been built yet. So let's get rid of all of that. Jump back up here. Grab ourselves our vehicle checkpoint. And this needs to go this way. And that can go in right about... Where is my road? One over. There. I can go in there and grab ourselves our road tunnel down. And that can jump in there and then just jump down and make sure those are connected, and perfect. That'll work better. Okay, now we're just waiting on these to be constructed. It looks like everything at the front has been constructed, so we should be good there. I think everything is connected. I connected all of these to our baggage bays. I don't know what that's saying. Chance of rain. Oh, it's giving them the weather, I guess. Baggage should not exceed maximum limits. Cool. That's kind of interesting that it shows you that. So these are all connected to our baggage bay. Our baggage bay is connected to all of our terminals. That's good. Our baggage bay is also connected. No, it's not. It's not. Let's jump back down here. Open up this baggage claim area and connect it to the baggage bay because that's the thing that we haven't done yet. And now everything should, in theory, work. If we jump into operations, it's saying this is disabled, but it's actually not. We want baggage handling on. We want proactive cleaning and repairs on. We want distribute evenly among available runways is on. We can allow visitors, but we don't have any shops down there yet, so we won't worry about that. I think we can go ahead and open our airport as we just build these last few tiny little details. And I think we're good. We have all the vehicles we need. Oh, no we don't. We need to come in here and grab ourselves a police car. Okay. Why not? This should... Not attached to terminal. Oh, I see. Okay, I think for the moment we're going to turn this terminal tool off because, well, yeah, we're going to turn this off. I don't think this is the situation that I want. I feel like this is designed if you have like two completely separated airports, and that's not what we have. We just have multiple satellite quote-unquote terminals. So I'm going to remove this terminal area entirely because I don't think it's how we want to do things. And we'll just figure it out from there. I think everything should assign itself pretty well automatically. And I believe that got rid of everything. Perfect. Okay, so now we should be able to jump in and grab ourselves a police car. Nope. Vehicle checkpoint. Oh, I see. So because this hasn't been built yet, we can't build the thing. But as soon as this is built and is connected, we should be able to now... Do I really need a road between these two? No, it's good. Now we should be able to get a police car, an ambulance, and a fire truck. Perfect. That is all our vehicles. Our airport is now officially open, which is very, very exciting. We are going to jump into economy, offered contracts, and we are looking for airlines. And I feel like just to, have the Melbourneest Melbourne Airport that we possibly can, we should try and get Qantas in here. Unfortunately, it looks like Qantas is a 2-star airline. They do have medium and large, so yeah, we can do that. Qantas is going to be our very first contract. We're going to sign those, and we're not going to sign any more just yet. We're going to open our flight planner. We're going to say, do we want an emergency runway? Emergency terminal. I feel like we might be able to get away without it. Let's instead say 60-minute minimum flight separation, and then we might just be able to squeeze them in. We could probably push this up to 90 minutes. Just because we have quite long runways and stuff like that. Let's do that. Let's jump in here. No master contract has been signed. I don't know what that means. We should have accepted contracts all. Do we need any of the other things? No, we should be good. Jump in here. Flight's not yet offered. We need to wait a little bit. But we're just going to accept the one for now. Make sure that everything is working the way that it should be. And we'll go from there. So as soon as we get a flight that is offered to us, we will take it and get this party started. It's been a long time coming, but we are officially open for business if they're going to offer us any flights. Hopefully soon. Everything should be assigned to the right terminals and stuff. What are you guys? Oh, there are deliveries. That's fine. We'll assign these, and I want to throw these up to 50%. We are now officially in the negative, so we had just enough money to get this done. Of course, you can go into the negative with your fuel deliveries, so that's fine. And we'll wait for this other delivery to come in. Traffic's not great here. We might end up adding another checkpoint and having this connect somewhere else for our deliveries. Although deliveries don't really happen that often, so we shouldn't be too concerned about it. Let's just make sure that we have everything enabled here. We want fuel services to both be enabled. Everything else should be good. Let's jump back in here, see if we've got any flights. We do have some flights. And these are all on automatic. So we should see pretty soon these filling up. But can we just put it in normally? No, of course not. Because stand is managed by auto planner. Let's just turn that off for a second. We turn off auto planner and say, hey, come in and land. Looks like that is as close as we can get. And this is a medium flight. Confirm that there. We have our first flight booked. Now we can turn the auto planner back on and it will do the rest for us. So, like I said, we're just going to do the one for now. It's going to be 4 days, I believe. Yeah, just 4 days. That'll bring in a little bit of money. We are currently paying $11,000 a day. But we see our first people coming in. And it looks like they're doing all right. I don't know what this symbol means. I think that just means they're checking in. So that's fine. As long as they're not red, that's good. We can follow them up. It looks like we don't have enough security stuff. Let's have a look here. Yeah, we need to like double our security stuff. Okay, jump into security. And we want security officers. Let's grab all of you guys. If we jump down to here, these should hopefully be manned soon. This is manned, so that's good. We have stuff coming in. No one's manning it. But it is working. Things are being destroyed, and anything that isn't destroyed comes underground and goes to our baggage area. I believe that all works perfectly. Yes, it does. And yeah, we just need more security, I think. Hire a couple more of them. Anything else we're missing? Passenger service agents we still need a couple more of. Grab some extra surplus on there. And we'll train everyone up. Train everyone. This is a mod in case you were curious. And go back to applicants, security officers. Grab those two and reject you. And that should be a little bit better. We now have still no one manning this just yet, but that's fine. We jump back up, we can see up here. These are all manned. But I guess they're split up just enough to not be able to run them. That seems silly. Passengers and staff, yeah, that's fine. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 per thing. So yeah, these all had 4. That's very frustrating. But that'll split these guys up a little bit more. It looks like even though this isn't built and it is planned, they are still quite happy to just walk in midair to get there. You see people using our travelators, people coming in here using our lounges and our bathrooms. We should probably go into our fees. And the one thing I really want to turn up is bathroom use. Because people don't tend to mind to do that. And it's going to make us a little bit of extra money because we are currently in the hole quite substantially. But people are coming up and using our things. Which stand are they going to? This one, I believe. So they should come over here and do the things. It looks like these did actually lapse. So we'll go ahead and sign some brand new contracts for over here. And hopefully some people will come and use them. We only have 2 stars. Can we get a 3-star? No, the 3-star requires more room, I imagine. Yeah, just a little bit. So we'll grab a 7-Eleven in there. And they should open up and start being used when some people come in. Our flight is taxiing all the way around. Exactly the way we want it to. Clipping into the building there just a little bit, but that is what it is. And coming into the stand here. Perfect. Our jetway connects, our baggage loader goes up to the thing, our baggage truck deals with the baggage coming off. Speed this up just a little bit. We have a fuel truck coming along to refuel our aircraft. Perfect. Everything looks like it's working the way we want it to work. These guys are all leaving our airport, walking directly through the lounge, which seems not great. We should probably only have 1 door for this. Because I don't really want people walking through the lounge the whole time. That seems a little bit silly. I mean, they're allowed in there, but I don't want you walking through it. Like, at all. And then we have people getting onto the plane. Everything looks like it's working pretty well. Baggage loading still has to happen. We just need our... Where is it? There it is. There comes our baggage truck. Everyone is currently on the plane. We're just waiting for baggage. And we have two stragglers for this flight. Boarding is complete. They missed their flight, it looks like. Baggage is going on to the plane. Baggage is complete. Now we can go ahead, click on this plane. Let's follow it out of the airport as we wrap up this episode. We are officially open. Everything seems to be working just the way we want it to. We are deep in debt, but that is a-okay. We get a pushback onto the taxiway. Should see us come up to the runway and leave Melbourne Airport. The brand new Melbourne Airport for the very first time. Taxiways are all working. That's not connected, that depot. I need to fix that. Up onto the taxiway. parallel to the runway, and we should come to the end and take off. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I definitely am. Thank you so much for all your support. If you do like the video, make sure to hit that like button. If you do like the series, make sure to hit subscribe. Consider becoming a member. But until next time, happy building and happy flying. Bye, guys.